Good morning, dear all. Today we are here to discuss the second part of our lesson 5 of geography, industries. In our previous video, we discussed about the classification of industry. We have got about the industrial system. We have got about the factors which generally affect the location of industries. In this chapter, we shall discuss about the industrial region. It is very simple, only examples or only names are there, and we should be trying to know about some major industries. First of all, industrial region. Industrial regions emerge when a number of industries locate close to each other and share the benefits of their closeness. Sometimes it happens that a number of industries, not a single industry, suppose 3 or 4 industries, they will be located close to each other and they would share the benefits of their closeness. Means the raw materials used by one industry can be used by the other industries, as well as the finished products of one industry can be used by the other industries, and that particular region where this number of industries are generally located is known as the industrial region. Major industrial regions of the world are Eastern North America. This is the international industrial region, we can say. Few example I have given. One is Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, etc. These are the international industrial regions. Even in India also some industrial regions are there. For example, you can say Mumbai Pune cluster. The Mumbai and Pune belt, or the Mumbai Pune cluster, it is also one industrial region where some numbers of industries are located who generally share the close benefits of their closeness. Even we can say Bangalore Tamil Nadu region is also one important region. The Hooghly region in Kolkata, it is also one important industrial region of our country. So that's about industrial region. Now we are going to discuss or study about few important industries of the world. We shall be discussing mainly about 3 industries here. One is iron and steel industry, one we shall be discussing about cotton textile industry, and we shall be discussing about the information technology industry. First of all, iron and steel industry. This is a feeder industry. What is the meaning of feeder industry? Feeder means the products which are made by the iron and steel industry are generally used by almost all the other industries. We can say whatever we use today, everything is either made up of iron or steel, or they are made by the machines which are made up of iron and steel, and that's the reason why iron and steel industry is known as the feeder industry. The inputs for this industry include raw material inputs. We already discussed earlier about the inputs, about the processes, about the outputs. The inputs for iron and steel industry include raw materials. Raw materials means here what are the raw materials? Iron ore, coal, limestone, labor, capital. These are the raw materials. These are the inputs which are generally used in the iron and steel industry. The raw material is put in the blast furnace where it undergoes smelting. Smelting means when this iron ore will be put into the blast furnace or in the machine, it will be going under huge heat to melt it. That process is known as generally smelting, and that is the processes. The output obtained is steel, which may be used by other industries. The output of the iron and steel industry is steel, which can be used by the several other industries for making the different types of machines, or even for making different things. So that's about the input, processes and output of the iron and steel industry. Steel is often called the backbone of modern industry. Steel, it is known as the backbone of the modern industry. Why? Because everybody knows we can stand erect only because of the backbone, and all the modern industries, they generally use for making the different machineries or the different other items, and that's why steel is known as the backbone of the modern industry. Almost everything we use is either made of iron or steel, or has been made with tools and machinery of these metals. As I already told you, whatever we use today, suppose for example I am taking clothes. Clothes are not made up of iron and steel, but the machines which generally produce or which generally make the clothes are made up of iron or steel. The food is not made up of steel, but the food we cook in the pressure cooker or in the utensils, they are made up of iron and steel, and that's the reason why steel is known as the backbone of the modern industry. Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, that is TISCO, in our country, it was started in the year of 1907 at Sakchi. It was the first iron and steel company of our country. Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, in short form it was known as the TISCO. It was started in the year of 1907 at the place named as Sakchi. Later on, the name of this Sakchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. I hope everybody you have heard about the name Jamshedpur, where this TISCO is located, which was started in the year of 1907, and that was the first, we can say, iron and steel industry in our country. So that's about iron and steel industry. The second most important industry is the cotton textile industry. It is, we can say, one of the oldest industry all over the world. The textile industry can be divided on the basis of raw materials used in them. This textile industry, we can divide it on the basis of raw materials. The different textile industry, they use different types of raw materials, and on that basis we can divide them. Fibers are the raw materials of textile industry. You can say, question may come in the exam, what is the most important raw material for the textile industry? It is the fibers. In science, I think you have got already about the fibers that can be classified into two types. Fibers can be natural. The fibers can be classified into two types. One is known as the natural fibers, another one is known as the man-made fibers or the artificial fibers. Natural fibers examples are wool, silk, cotton, etc., which are derived directly from the nature, and man-made fibers are generally made by the human beings, which include nylon, polyester, etc. The cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industries in the world. As I told you earlier in the beginning that cotton textile industry, it is one of the oldest industries in the entire world. I think you have heard about Mahatma Gandhi. You have seen he used to make the khadi clothes with the help of charkha, and later on different types of machineries were also used. Before the British rule, Indian hand-spun and hand-woven cloth had a wide market worldwide for their quality and design. Remember one thing, we shall be discussing in history that Indian hand-woven clothes, cotton clothes, it had one wide market. It was very much popular worldwide because of their great quality and the good design. The first successful mechanized textile mill was established in Mumbai in the year of 1854. The first cotton mill that is mechanized, which used the different types of machines, it was established in Mumbai in the year of 1854. And after that another mill was established in Ahmedabad in the year of 1859. And Ahmedabad, it became so much famous for producing clothes that it came to be known as the Manchester of India. Manchester, it was very much famous for producing clothes, and Ahmedabad became the Manchester of India for the production of cotton clothes. So that's about the cotton textile industry. Well, the last industry is about information technology industry. It is also known as the IT industry. Everybody is well known about this industry because you use mobile phones, you use laptops, you use computers, and all these are related to information technology industry. This industry deals in the storage, processing and distribution of information. You know, we are living in the age of internet, and in the age of internet we can share the news, we can share a message, we can share a picture, even a video to multitude number of people or millions number of people with a single click. And this has become possible only because of the information technology industry. It deals in storage. It generally stores the data. If you take up computer as one of your subjects, you can easily understand the importance of information technology industry. It stores the data, it processes the data, and even it distributes the information. The information is generally stored, it is processed, and then it is distributed among the multitude millions of peoples through the information technology industry. This industry is also known as sunrise industry. Sunrise industry means, since it is an emerging industry, you can say cotton textile industry, it was there from the earlier times. Iron and steel industry was also one of the oldest industry, but information technology industry, it is just emerging, it is just starting, and that's why this industry is known as the sunrise industry. The major hubs of the IT industry are the Silicon Valley in California, and Bengaluru of our India. We can say the different hubs or the different major centers of the information technology. The two most important places are, one is Silicon Valley, which one is in California, another one is Bengaluru, which one is our country in India. Besides Bengaluru, even in Chennai, in Mumbai, in Delhi, also information technology industry has been established. So that's about the different types of industries. So in this chapter we have discussed about very few points. We have discussed about the industrial region, we have discussed about the iron and steel industry, we have got about the cotton textile industry, and last of all we have studied about the information technology industry. Please go through the video, try to understand the points. In case if any doubt is there, please get it cleared from me. Thank you very much.